So, what's up? What's up? WP here. Meagan Good. Been in the game for a very long time. She dates back well into the 90s. Eve's Bayou, My Cousin Skeeter, on and on. The days of when it was a video vixen. She played in some high-profile music videos, but ultimately her acting career has been stellar. Starred in, was it an ABC, NBC production as well. My Cousin Skeeter, that was a production from Nickelodeon. So in other words, Meagan Good has made some money. Not only has Meagan Good made some money, to my knowledge, all things alleged, we just having a conversation. Never heard about her having any money woes. Oh, let me not forget this. She's also been in blockbuster movies as well. That's where she met her then husband, Devon, Minister Devon Franklin, who has recently been seen with a fitness trainer that it appears that the news was broken on social media that he just might be in a relationship. It's also been speculated that this personal trainer, fitness trainer, was once training Meagan Good. How true that is, I don't know. Is it unbelievable? No, not at the same time. But we're going to focus a little bit on Meagan Good with her now current boyfriend, Johnathan Mayers, who she just appears to be so deeply in love with.
I love you beyond all limit. With all my strength. With all my heart, I love you. I'm supposed to be this tough and strong when you done carried me so many nights. I love you. Through the fire.
I'll admit, Johnathan sometimes look like he's off in another world. I don't know if the man is traumatized from what he done been through, I don't know. But he had that court case and it came out the way it did. But it's being rumored that Meagan Good is financially supporting her boyfriend, Johnathan. Does this come as a shock if it is true? No. Would it come as a shock that Meagan Good's friends are concerned and letting her know that there are some red flags? Meagan Good is supporting the relationship in more ways than one. That includes child support. And at this point, it's like, my Lord, I'm just astonished at some of the Hollywood standards of child support. It really makes me wonder. You hear Tyrese crying out, allegedly going to jail for not being cooperative of this big bill price of money. A child? How much? $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month? My gosh. Marlon Wayans, he's one of the latest, where he just recently had a child. I covered this story already before. And his baby mama talking about it ain't enough. I think it was alleged that she is getting $16,000, $18,000 a month, but it is not enough. She needs more.
Mrs. Degree,
and I'm thinking with some of these actors, particularly Johnathan, now he's been in some movies. He didn't start off as a young actor that I know of as far as been in the game for a long time as Meagan Good, but we do know, we have heard that sometimes
and they are trained to live on their own independent islands until
you're not always given the contract,
but the facts are you can build wealth and stability
may be given, whether it is, well, we'll just put it out there, the white actress. Your contract may not be as big as her contract. Okay, it's just what it is. Okay, politics, the industry, it's not always a good game, depending on how you play it. Like I said, I haven't heard about Meagan just spending up her money or letting somebody spend it up, or her just being wasteful, frivolous with it. Johnathan Mayers, okay, he ain't the first. Had some financial woes along the way. The court proceedings was probably eating him up. But if this man is using this woman, God help him, because that ain't right. Do you really love her? I mean, the way Johnathan put on when he got that award,
I love you beyond all
I didn't think this man was going to stop crying.
With all my strength, with all my heart, I love you. I'm supposed to be this tough and strong when you done carried me so many nights. I love you. Through the fire.
And you think you protected by the union? They all in it together. Terrence Howard, he was talking about it. Talking about his tax problems. Terrence Howard is represented by one of the biggest agencies in the world, CAA. He said when he did the movie, you know it's hard out here for a pimp. Okay, it was a song that came with that. He was DJ, he played. Taraji was in it too. He said little did he know him playing DJ, he didn't own that. And I'm thinking, come on, Terrence, you was older at that time. You didn't know at that time your name, well, the name was DJ, wasn't your name Terrence. Your likeness was this little figure. You know, but it took that from him. He got paid nothing. He said, what did he say, Sony, BMI, somebody made the money. He said he got paid, what, $10,000, $20,000 for doing that movie. He said he didn't make that much money from Crash, but he had to take it because he needed to pay his rent. So it's a good thing that actors are speaking out beyond the so-called glitz and the glamour, because some of that lifestyle is rented, or you really are living in a studio apartment with no furniture, struggling, having to be whisked off your job, maybe as a waiter. Like, oh, I gotta get it. I gotta get to this audition. It's so important. I gotta get this money to pay this rent, even if it is $10,000. When your average rent for a studio might be about $2,300. But what if you get sick? Then what? Well, hopefully you have a girl like Meagan Good, where you ain't got to do a GoFundMe or say, hit the Cash App. Because if Meagan Good is really looking out for this man to this extent, and when it seems like they're together, I'm just going to tell the truth. I don't see the love connection there. Now, of course, that's me on the outside looking in. But even when Meagan positioned her body to try to kiss Johnathan, yeah, I can understand him not wanting to have lipstick on his lips per se. But to just kind of look like up in the air. That's why I said sometimes he looks like he's in a whole nother world. Half the time the man just looks like he's just stuck on. Not too many smarts up there. But obviously he has some smarts, because he would not have achieved what he has so far and been in some really good top blockbuster movies. But I know it comes a time sometime when people get tired. They might feel like giving up. When I say giving up, I'm talking like on the level of the shady acting industry. Because you look up, you're like, okay, 10 years done went by, what have I achieved? Okay, I've scored this role, I made this much money. Then you have another audition to get something really big, but then it's pulled because your name's been dragged in some controversial things that you had tied up yourself in, engaging, possibly with the right woman. Could have been the wrong woman, but I guess it was the right woman at the time. But these are choices, decisions on who we date and what the outcome could possibly be. But you got him out here talking about, Johnathan talking about he wanted his Coretta Scott. Who? Through who? Grace? He wanted Betty Shabazz. From who? To do what? You didn't know that before you got with Gracie? Johnathan? Like, what land were you living in? Or did you just finish watching Malcolm X? Did you just finish watching the MLK movie? Well, you got your Meagan good. Treat her right. Because the whole situation is looking a little PR-ish, as if it is a stunt. Everybody can't be played. And I hope if Meagan does see that she is being played, that she knows how to get out of it. Because it ain't worth it. It can always be somebody else that come along that truly loves you. But if this is true love between you two, I hope it can flourish and prove the haters wrong. But one thing I don't like is to see anybody get taken advantage of. It's one thing to be able to make money together, to appreciate each other, to start a production house, company, to make money if somebody is not doing as good, or if I can bring more money. But at the end of the day, I do feel like, well, how much does an individual really need to live? But I don't trust this relationship. I try not to speak up on relationships. But when they're so blatantly in my face and people is giving off vibes like, I'm just going to make the best of this. Because Johnathan, he seemed a little nervous. It seemed like he can get real jealous at times. Because, his career right now, it's on hold. And it's like he's trying to fit in for something that he missed out on. So like, I'm with this black woman now. We going to get this right. And my life is going to be set now. Because maybe I shouldn't have done what I did. Well, you did. And I can't say if it was a lesson learned, because that's where you was at in life. That's who you chose to date. That's who you fell in love with, I guess. That's who you decided to share a baby with, whoever you had a child by. But don't think just because, you've been allowed to have a pass to come back through, to come on over. Don't act like you never been over on the other side or visited at grandma's house with the plastic on the sofa. Don't act like that. Don't act like you ain't never been to the barbecue. And sometimes you got paper plates, sometimes you ain't got enough. But we can still make it happen. Don't act like, okay, who need to use the rest of their EBT card to get the rest of the groceries before we run out, because we want to have enough for everybody. Don't act like that. Don't act brand new. Some been from the struggle, some ain't. But it's still all good. We are not to elevate ourselves more highly than what we are. But the bottom line is, Johnathan, you better not be trying to play our girl. I know that. Meagan is a good, sweet girl. I enjoy watching her. I like her work. But the girl do just seem so engulfed. And I hope he ain't playing her. But if she is being played, I just hope her coattail, somebody get a hold of it. Like, hold up, sis. He playing you. You might want to plan this accordingly, because I've seen how this can happen with some situations, and you'll be the one broke. His career been done took off, and now he done went off with that other woman, what he wanted to get back with anyhow, the ones that look like that, because that's who he really felt most comfortable with. But if it's real, then write that relationship out and let love live. Pay attention to y'all, not what the outsiders are saying, because that can mess up a relationship too. But build off of the good. Build off of the blessing. Build off of the present moment. Live in the moment. Let go. Be happy. And make that money together the best y'all can. So you won't be broke, Meagan Good, messing around with your man.